we'll gamble a little bit. This is kind of risky because of the fact that we're heavily reliant on our fire goblin shaman. That being said, my DPS is not speed tuned. They're a little bit off on the speed, but it doesn't matter because this team just wiped me in 2 seconds. What the heck is going on, man? Jesus. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again with a brand new video for Might and Magic Elemental Guardian. It has been 24 hours since our new Nat4 pull, so it's time to have some fun because at the time of this recording, it is currently free glyph removal. So we're going to be talking about a couple of things that we're doing. We're just going to have some fun in the arena today, but honestly, I got a little bit of an epic fail story for you guys, so I want to go ahead and showcase it. We're going to hop into the menagerie here. As you guys know, the minute I pulled this unit, I'm like, oh yeah, I cannot wait. We are going to go ahead and create ourselves a bomb team. And if you guys even remember, I made a video right when they had that balance patch put into play and the bomb mechanic changed. As you guys can see, I actually pulled this unit, but for whatever reason, it's not in my monster box. So again, learn from my mistakes. Hold one copy of some of those premium units because you never know when you're going to pull a new Nat4 that actually can bomb and actually can incorporate this mechanic here. So it just kind of got me thinking, you know, since I couldn't use a double bomber team, what else can I do with this unit here? So I want to go ahead and just talk about his kit a little bit. One of the things that we constantly forget is when we're taking a look at a kit, we really just look at the skills per se and just, you know, what can they do? But some things that we constantly forget is that that cooldown. You know, what are the cooldowns of the skills? How does his skills kind of play and role with the rest of his kit, right? And so when I think about this ability, it kind of reminds me of other abilities out there or other units out there that have some kind of mechanic that allows them to recover turn or allows them to just cycle through their abilities. So this aspect where we have the AoE resistance, obviously AoE resistance leading into an AoE bomb, it just kind of makes sense, right? But the cool thing about this one is that third skills, that's cooldown that you can produce a cooldown to about 4. I think it's actually above average. Generally speaking, you're going to see a lot of skills anywhere in the 6, 7, to 8 range, kind of starting out, and then when they get you know, reduced by skill ups or whatnot, generally they go, I think I'd say an average is about 5. So when you get yourself a skill 3 that gets down to a 4-turn cooldown with a mechanic like this that has a turn bar manipulation, it really makes for an interesting kit. So one of the things that I was thinking about, you know, given the fact that it has this AoE bomb mechanic, and it has this resistance that sets everything up. The simple thing of it all is that both of these skills are relatively low in cooldown, but they both are AoE based skills, right? And so even though we can improve the damage by increasing the attack as much as possible, we can also consider the fact that these are both 2 different AoEs, and we can create a, you know, a cleave unit, right? We can create a cleave comp in the arena and just build it like you would build a general, you know, attacker, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Since we don't have a bomber, obviously once we get that water witch, we're going to go ahead and mess around with that. But I wanted to go ahead and test it out. Max damage with my best basically attacker set. If you guys didn't know, a week back or whatever, we got into silver 3, but chances are we're not going to be holding it, as you guys can see by the current rank now. So let's go ahead and see if we can find a team. Chances are this team is going to outspeed me, but we'll go ahead and give it a go. As you guys can see, we have it set up already. We're going to try to get the first turn with the Goblin Shaman. We're going to lead off with the you know, follow through with the Fire Kappa, provide the defense break and the hunt. And then we're also going to provide an attack buff in order to give us a little bit more damage. Again, even though it's a bomber, it's still a cleaver. It still has double AoE, so we can get a lot of value out of it with that skill 3, doing a ton of damage, and then kind of following up with that skill 2 if we don't kill everybody, right? So let's go ahead and get everything all set up here. The reason why I throw the Fire Nymph is not only does it provide the attack buff, but it gives me a 60% chance to improve the attack bar. So that's just really going to help me overall get my unit to where it needs to be when it comes to, you know, fill up the attack bar. This actually gives me an argument to possibly, you know, essentially maybe take away speed, you know, on the top 2 slots, or maybe keep 1 speed on top 2 slots just to give him a little bit more damage, right? So, I mean, if we can push the envelope when it comes to the attack bar by 60% on top of whatever speed booster we're using, I mean, that's a lot of turn advantage here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the damage. 13k whatnot. I think these guys are actually relatively tanky. We're going to go ahead and silence this Water Holy Sister. This is the one thing that I constantly forget about. The Water Holy Sister literally cleanses everything, right? So if I can silence her and not allow her to cleanse everything that I'm trying to do, then I'm sitting pretty good here. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can do maybe we'll do it one more time with this setup here, and then we'll go ahead and switch to a double cleave setup here, double AoE. This team here, I feel like the first unit that's going to go is this water dynamo. I realize that people are tricking me with these attackers that have these stun mechanics. It's kind of scary, but it looks like we got the jump now. I ain't gonna lie. This is not something that generally happens, right? We generally are getting outsped all the time. So okay, here we go. Again, that was kind of it's kind of crazy. That was a little bit weaker than I was expecting. That's actually a mistake. I should have gone for the water dynamo because he does have the stun mechanic. We got paralyzed there, so that was not the smartest thing to do, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and heal up, provide us the elemental advantage. That's why I'm a huge fan of this unit, or the fire nymph. Super OP just across the board, and that elemental advantage for the defense is really, really nice, especially if you're kind of playing around with it on the offensive side and you want to reduce the amount of damage that you're taking, especially for those attackers that are, you know, relatively squishy. So, but yeah, a lot of things going on in my head about this unit. Again, as far as my regular build goes, I've been playing around with some glyphs right now. Initially, when I put some glyphs on, I was just slapping whatever I could on just to get the stats that I want. I had a precision set on it for the high amount of accuracy because, again, I was really, really revolved around the bombs and making sure that they land. I was running like a broken strength precision, but the strength wasn't complete. I was missing a square glyph to provide me a little bit of attack to give me more attack for my bombs. But since I did not have the glyph, I just threw on a random meditation one, just broken set in order to get the stats. But again, it just kind of got to thinking, you know, the fact that I can't make it exactly how I want as a bomber, might as well play around with it as a regular attacker because it is an attacker, and so just try to take advantage of the skill multipliers that it has. And let's go ahead. We'll gamble a little bit. This is kind of risky because of the fact that we're heavily reliant on our fire goblin shaman, but we want to set up our DPSers. That being said, my DPSers is not speed tuned. They're a little bit off on the speed, but it doesn't matter because this team just wiped me in 2 seconds. What the heck is going on, man? Jesus. All right, so let's test this one out. Should we go relic? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like this Earth Necro is going to be at the same speed as you guys are finding the Earth Necro in TOT80. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. No, he did not get the first turn. I'm going to get the turn. Oh my goodness, I forgot that I did not set up the... I did not put my Thunder Sandbrand. That's okay. That's okay. Let's go ahead and just see if we can knock him out, get some damage in. Again, 10k. I feel like the damage should be a little bit better there. I ain't gonna lie, I did a little bit of testing early on, and they were kind of right around that area, but then I had a couple of random ones where we were getting upwards of, I think we had one where I actually hit in the 20k, so I was pretty, we hit those numbers with a different set, and then that was when I was like, man, let me see what kind of real damage we can do here. So, and let me borrow my set from the Fire Succubus here. So, okay, I think we should be good. Let's reduce the attack bar on this guy. Just try to keep her aligned. And should we put the bomb? Let's go. Actually, no. Let's use the third scope because we're going to get the attack bar, right? And we should get a turn before she gets a turn. I think so, right? I think we should. Silence. Bomb it. There we go. We got the bomb on, even though we may die. No, yes. No AoE. Stun. Look at all those harmful effects. Holy cow. Okay. So we're barely making it. But it looks like we get the job done. Again, for the most part, the damage was, like I said, anywhere from 12 to 14, 15k. I did have, we're just going to auto this one. We're probably going to lose, but it's whatever. I did have a couple of times, random times, where the numbers were in the upper like 15s or whatnot here, but I'm guessing that just the quality of the glyphs of those units or whatnot, that I fought, they're pretty, they were a little bit low. So, but Yeah, that's interesting. Again, it is an attack-based unit, but it's not. It's just it has a standard damage scaling. It's not like huge damage or great damage, so it's not as super high as some of the other really strong attackers out there. But overall, it's not too bad. So here we are with the current stats again. Quite a bit of a difference from the Fire Succubus. Again, the Fire Succubus has a little bit better base stats when it comes to the attack and of course the speed. So we see a little bit of a decrease, but overall, just for regular PvE content right now, we're going to be having some fun with it. And once we can get the speed to go ahead and speed tune our units, I think we're going to do it better. Obviously, I need to improve my Fire Golem Shaman as well. Speed's a little bit low to be competitive in Silver 3, but overall, I'm pretty happy. With the original set that we had a little bit more accuracy, and again, because of the fact that we were thinking about the bombing setup, that was going to be the way to go. But right now, we're not really thinking that the bombs to do the damage. We're trying to get the damage out of just the regular attacks, and then just use the bombs essentially for the stun mechanic to keep those PvP units kind of locked down. And then of course, when we play around with it, with Rat 10 speed comps and whatnot, get a little bit of extra stuns, especially on those bosses, to kind of lock it down and prevent him from doing damage, so that we can get a little bit more DPS in. So that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and we will see you all in the next one. Take care.